Okay, so this is a guided drawing for making a picture of a knight on a horse. So the first thing you want to do is kind of with your finger find the center of the paper and then decide if you want your horse looking this way or this way, doesn't matter. And you're going to go over about halfway between the middle point that you found and the edge of the paper. And that's where you're going to start the horse's head. So we're going to use a shape that is sort of like a U on its side. So kind of about right here. All right. And then I'll make just some kind of a circle for the eye is fine. Now this horse has a mask on that sometimes a knight with a horse would have. So you're not going to see the horse's mane. And I'm actually making the circle around like the horse's ear where the mask kind of opens up. And then that would be the other ear on the horse. And I'm going to make a line for the bottom of the mask. Okay, if you want to make a little nose or line for the nostril, you can. Now horses have this sort of big jaw, so I'm going to make this kind of rounded shape here for the horse's jaw. And then start to curve down for the top of the horse's neck. Okay? So I'm actually starting with the horse instead of the knight this time, as you can see. And then I'm going to move on to the blanket that the horse is wearing. So here we go. I'm going to draw part of the neck and then the blanket. Now the nice thing about drawing this knight is that you aren't going to have to draw the knight's hands or much of the knight's face if you're nervous about that. I'm going to make the horse's tail here. And then the horse's feet, you're going to decide about the feet, whether the horse is running or standing still, that's up to you. Their hooves, I should say. Okay? And I would keep going, adding the feet. I'm going to skip to the knight on the horse. We're going to use two basic shapes. That's kind of like a gumdrop or a trapezoid shape, one on top of the other. So I'm going to start by making the knight's body here. All right. And then the next one on top, and you can kind of make it have a cutout for his face. All right. I'm going to turn that into the nose and just a little dot for the eye. Now for the arm, the shoulder, I'm going to make it upside down U. So we don't have to draw the hands, as I was saying, because you're actually going to be cutting out a piece of paper to make the shield, and that would cover up the knight's hand. So I'm just using some basic shapes to kind of make the rest of the knight's armor that he's wearing. Or she, maybe it's a lady. Okay, and that's really all we need to do for starting the knight. Now, I also want you to include in your artwork a horizon line. That is the imaginary line where the sky meets the ground. And when you add in a horizon line to your artwork, it's kind of like magic. It instantly creates a sense of depth, and it makes it seem like you could really walk in the artwork and keep going far away into the distance. Now, did you see what I was just doing there? I start to draw, and then when I touch the first object, I lift up my pencil and I pretend draw until it opens up again. And then I pretend draw until it opens up again, like I did there. So now I can actually draw something off in the distance if I wanted. I could draw a castle back here. And it really gives the illusion that there's space. This is would be considered the background, and the knight is in the foreground.